Good afternoon. Welcome to Inside Indiana Sports Now with Kent Sterling. It's Thursday, April 1st, 2021. We're brought to you by the great people at Today's Dentistry, Dr. Mike O'Neill, the best dentist you're ever going to go see. Give him a call, 317-849-2933. Take control of your dental health. Do it today. Make the call. All right, you got to hit like, you got to hit subscribe, you got to ring the bell, all that stuff. Let's talk about sports. You're not a fool. I'm not a fool. It's also opening day. So go Cubs. For God's sake, you got to be able to beat the Pirates right with Kyle Hendricks on the mound. We'll see what happens. This may be the last year for a while to care deeply about Cubs baseball with a lot of free agents. Javi Baez, Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo. Let's go. Let's talk about Indiana basketball, though. No news right now. Here are the updates. You want updates? We'll give you updates. Armand Franklin, we don't know what he's going to do. Is he going to stay? Is he going to go? He's still in the portal. All right. Race Thompson. Same thing. Still in the portal. I think he might go home. He's been with Indiana for the last 4 years. Might go back to Minnesota. They've got a new coach. Ben Johnson is from Minnesota. He wants Minnesota guys on that team. This would be a good get for Ben Johnson. And Race Thompson is a guy who's going to ball out. He's going to play really hard. He did that last year for Indiana. A terrific Hoosier for the 4 years he's been with the program. Christian Lander. We don't know what's going to happen. There are rumors that Michigan has contacted him. We don't know. That's not been confirmed. He may come back to Indiana. He may go. I don't trust his decision-making process because he turned down the opportunity to be a high school senior at Evansville Rice High School. They could have had a very special senior year. He decided it was more important for him to go to Indiana and start that clock. He's hustling, hurrying through his youth. And I don't much care for that. I think you got to take your time. You got to live your life. Be an 18-year-old, for God's sake. You're going to be 18 once. You got plenty of time to be 22. Don't sprint toward that. Parker Stewart, he's coming, or he's staying at Indiana. That's a good thing. Jordan Geronimo, we don't know. But his mom in the media said that Jordan Geronimo is thinking about transferring because the distance from Newark to Bloomington is just too far. Well, you know what? This is why parents should stay off social media and stay out of the media entirely, because that's not going to change. That's physics. There's no way that Mike Woodson can somehow, through the force of his will, or these guys and the mojo party that they bring to bear, to move Newark closer to Bloomington. So the rationale behind his potential transferring is not going to change. Kind of painted herself into a corner, or the mother painted Jordan into the corner. Durham's gone. He's going to Providence College, and good for him. 4 years in Indiana, a terrific Hoosier. I don't mind him taking a fifth year, taking kind of that victory lap, going to Providence and playing in the Big East. Doesn't bother me at all. I do admit that I'm a little bit bothered because I'm spending way too much time on Twitter trying to figure out where 18 to 22-year-olds are going to go play basketball next year. And it really doesn't make any difference. They've got to make the decision for themselves. I have nothing to do with that. I guess it's interesting to figure out where these guys are going to go. But I think they get it in their heads that people really care where they go to school. If they leave, like Durham's leaving, good. That's fine. Justin Smith left. He went to Arkansas. He was utilized better at Arkansas than he was at Indiana. Arkansas went to the Elite Eight. We got nothing but love for Justin Smith. And that's the way it is. Kenya Hunter, we know, the recruiter from the previous staff, one of the recruiters, Tom Ostrom being the other, Kenya Hunter is sticking around Bloomington. He is going to be with Mike Woodson in Bloomington. We don't know about Mike Roberts. We think that Larry Brown is going to join the staff. And anytime Larry Brown knocks on the door, and I know he had problems at Kansas, he had problems at SMU, where he was the head coach at both, coming as a senior advisor for basketball, all good. He is brilliant. Might be the most brilliant basketball mind in the world. And if you can add him to your staff, you absolutely do that. You do it without hesitation. Good for Mike Woodson. The more big brains you got around the table, the better your basketball program is going to function. The Colts, news out of the Colts today. We found this out yesterday. They have re-signed Al-Qadin Muhammad, defensive lineman, to a one-year deal. We like Al-Qadin Muhammad. He had a couple of sacks last year. He had 23 tackles. He's a guy, plug-and-play, backup guy. You know what? One of the things that Chris Ballard does, And it's a good thing. Although I wish there was more of him doing, like, if you're going to run an NFL franchise, you've got to improve the top part of your roster and you've got to improve the bottom part of your roster. Today, I think Chris Ballard did some things to improve the bottom part of the roster, the backup guys who may be pressed into service and are going to have to do some work for the Colts if they're going to be a winning franchise. If they're going to go to the Super Bowl, you need guys who can kind of plug and play, and I think they got two of those guys. Today, it was announced that they signed Carolina guard and Chris Reed. He was a starter last year, not one of the best starters in the NFL. He's a backup. He was a left guard. He's going to back up Glowinski and Quentin Nelson, and he's going to do a good job at that. He's going to join Danny Pinter as a backup guard, and I think that's a good thing. And then they signed Sean Davis, who's a safety and special teamer from the Pittsburgh Steelers, where he had been a starter a couple of years ago. Last year, not a starter, kind of a plug-and-play backup guy, and then also a special teams guy at a high level. So that's good for the Colts. You got to build from both sides, though. You got to go up here, and you got to bolster down here. And I think the Colts have really done a great job bolstering down here. And I guess, you know what? If you look at Carson Wentz, I guess that's kind of taking care of the top tier. You also need a left tackle. You need an edge rush guy, but they're starting to fill in. They're checking lots of boxes, is what they're doing. Speaking of a box that got checked, and this happened last week, we found out T.Y. Hilton signing a one-year deal, $10 million with the Indianapolis Colts, so he joins the show. T.Y. Hilton, a native of Florida, and now in Indianapolis. We are at the South Bureau in Florida. Him a bit. So anyway, T.Y., what were the factors that led you to re-signing with the Colts?
Just praying about it and, talking to Reggie, 87 for throughout the whole process. Just being patient, Reggie really helped me a lot. I thank God for him, man. He's a big bro to me. And he was there through it all. And he helped me through the process. He helped me through everything, man, all the way up to the last minute. We was calling, texting, calling, just kept calling. He was just constantly there for me, and he helped me make the right decision.
What did Reggie tell you?
Reggie was just, helping me weigh the pros, the cons, just constantly telling me like what I should do, how I should go about it, and whenever I need him, he was always there for me, no matter what, and he helped me break down a lot of situations, and that led to this. And Mr. Irsay just he texted me and told me, we got a great deal for you, and we need to get it done. We need you here. We want you to stay here, and you've been great to this organization. So, we was able to get it done.
What have your conversations with Carson Wentz been like so far?
We've been talking since we got him here. So he just wanted to be able to play football with me, and we just constantly texting. And he was just always there throughout the free agency. Man, hope we can get you here, man. I want you to stay here. I want to be able to throw passes to you and just constantly, us want to get together and just play. So, I look forward to it, and should be fun.
What do you know about Wentz? Does he remind you of someone?
He has some Andrew Luck traits, man. He's could get out of the pocket, make the incredible throws. He's a special talent, man, and especially when he's standing up in the pocket, delivering throws, and his ability to avoid guys and make plays with his legs or with his arms. So he's a special talent.
Have you been surprised by kind of the overt love for you by Colts fans in social media?
I was very surprised. I mean, I know Indy loves me, but I didn't know they love me that much. So they were singing the songs, tweeting, bring T.Y. home, and it was special, and I love every minute of it, and it really touched me from the heart. So I love the fans.
Is this going to be your last go around? This going to be your last season?
We'll see how it goes. Can't put nothing on it, but we'll see.
Were you hoping for more than a one-year deal?
$10 million is a lot of money. Did you give the Colts a hometown discount?
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like it worked both ways. I want to stay here. I didn't want to go nowhere else, and it was just something that was on my mind. And I wanted to stay here no matter what the cost was, and I gave up a lot of money to stay here, and that's what I wanted to do.
Was it attractive at all or fun to be recruited or wooed or to kind of see what your value was out there in the free agent market? Was that tempting?
I was definitely fun. You know, me, I'm a patient guy, so I was just back there just chilling, just having fun. I know, spending time with the kids, just doing whatever I can to just not worry about the situation. But it was fun to get recruited by other teams, though.
How special is it to have the potential to play your entire career in one place?
I was very special. You know, not many guys can say they did that. So for me to be able to get that chance, you know, it means a lot. And, you know, I love it here. So the moment I had a chance to sign back here, it was only right.
Hey, coaching news in college basketball today. Roy Williams is retiring at North Carolina. I didn't see it coming. This is a great job. And one of the names being rumored for that job is Brad Stevens. If Brad Stevens takes a North Carolina job after saying he's a masshole and saying he's a Patriots fan, if he jumps to the Tar Heels, I'm going to get salty about it. Roy Williams is a terrific basketball coach and a really nice guy. For people who know him, nobody ever says a bad word about Roy Williams. Did terrific work at Kansas and then went to North Carolina, kind of a homecoming, and did wonderful work at North Carolina for a lot of years. Roy Williams is going to be missed in the fraternity of college basketball coaches. And then news out of Texas, and we kind of saw this coming. Chris Beard from Texas Tech is signing to become the next head coach of the Longhorns, replacing Shaka Smart. The $4 million buyout, that buyout was lowered to $4 million today. And so today, Texas and Chris Beard got busy, crafted an agreement, and so he's going to be the next head coach of Texas. And I think we're really going to find out, is it Texas or is it, you know, the coaches that they've hired, right? Shaka Smart came with a lot of kind of fireworks and, hey, we're going to win, this is our guy. And then he takes the job at Marquette as he feels the heavy breathing on his neck that Texas was not happy with Shaka Smart. And then you look at football. Football turns over coaches all the time. Texas is a very difficult place to survive. As a basketball coach or a football coach, they got money, more money than anybody in college basketball because they got the Longhorn Network. We'll see what happens. Whether Chris Beard can go and translate the success that he's crafted at Texas Tech to what he's doing in Texas. Tomorrow morning, Breakfast with Kent. I cannot wait to talk to you from the Southern Bureau. I heard that it snowed in central Indiana and northern Indiana today. Do we know how to plot traveling, or do we know how to plot traveling? You damn right we do. And when I come back Saturday, you know what's going to happen? It's going to be beautiful out again. Sunny and 64 on Saturday. When I leave, the weather goes to hell in a handcart. When I come back, great blue skies and wonderful warmth returns. You're welcome, Central Indiana. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Breakfast with Kent from the Southern Bureau.